Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be trying West Coast Ghost from Parish Brewing Company out of Broussard, Louisiana. Thank you for joining us. Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. And we've got another one from Parish tonight. Before we get there, I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I am Ben. So gentlemen, which one is it going to be tonight?
The West Coast Ghost from Parish.
Yep. Right. I think we all kind of grabbed this one. We all have seen this one in our areas, right? Which is an anomaly. We normally have to buy beer and spread it out between the three of us, and this was an opportunity where we all were getting this one.
Yeah, which is a special release at that.
Yeah, which is rare, except for the macros.
I think I've had it on draft recently too. Look at that! I have my Parish glass.
Yes, I have mine as well, just not with me in here. So
I guess I'm the baby bear. I got nothing. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Oh, it's nice. All right. Well, West Coast Ghost. It's a double IPA, and as the name implies, it's a West Coast style. It is 8% ABV. I didn't get a IBU number on it. Parish doesn't post theirs online. They take Ghost in the Machine, their most popular beer, which is a double IPA, a hazy double IPA, and they reimagined it as a traditional West Coast style DIPA. Tropical citrus, little grapefruit pith notes, what they say, and got a little maltiness to it. Malty backbone is what they say. Uses Citra, Cascade, Simcoe hops. That's pretty much all they shared about the beer.
What do we know about Parish?
We know so much. I'm tired of time. I love drinking Parish. I don't think every time now we have to go into their history. A regional brewery out of Broussard, Louisiana, down in southern Louisiana.
Yeah. I think it's probably on the top of our list to try to get to here within our general vicinity. Someplace we could drive to and not have to fly. So
I do like the can art on this one, and then you know, the label there doesn't do it justice. It almost has the shiny shimmer. As you can see right there in the light.
Yep.
So it's
cool.
It's really good.
The effects of the attic.
Yes, mesmerizing. Just the kind of thing you can expect on your next attic tour. So be mesmerized.
Be mesmerized.
All right, who has had this one already? I'm going to wager we all have, because I've had it too.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Given that we all bought it separately, we all have extras, I'm sure. So, I not anymore. Yeah.
No. I had to make sure I had one of these earlier today. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I cracked one open probably about a week and a half ago, because I got tired of having it stare at me in my other fridge, so I had to have it.
So Ben, why don't you jump in there and go first, being not the IPA guy?
Yes, not the IPA guy, the banner that we roll across every time we have an IPA and I talk here, the invisible banner that you obviously cannot see there on your screen. I really like this one. I think that as not the IPA guy, the Ghost in the Machine series have been some of my favorite as a group. We've tried some other series, the All Day series that we did a while back. And these are more seasonal, and I guess those were too, but
and like Voodoo Ranger in their series, and
but these are sometimes, I guess, spread out a little bit more than the All Day stuff and the Voodoo Ranger. So, but as a series, I really love these beers, and it just goes back to how solid beer that comes from Parish is. I mean, you know, being a double, it is, you know, I mean, there's nothing that steers me away is having IPAs be my least favorite style. I still like IPAs. I don't like them all, as you guys know if you've watched the show. But I mean, it's just got a great flavor. It's the citrus. It's you got the haziness of the IPA. So there's not the bitter. And when you said, "Hey, I don't know what the IBU is because they don't list it," I mean, I can't imagine it being high at all because there's just hardly any bitter to me on this one. I like this one a lot. It's an 8 for me. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Parish, you can't go wrong with their IPAs in a lot of cases. The only ones I think I've ever had problems with are when they try to do things that they really shouldn't, like shandies. Um, their sours, we've enjoyed the series that they have, depending on whether it's the drive-through or the sips or others. So this is another great offering. Um, it is more of that darker IPA, not the creamy that you would get in some of the others. The more the New England. This is true West Coast style. Um, I love the can art. I love everything about it. It's good. West Coast is not always one of my favorite type of IPAs, but I love IPAs hands down. It is very tropical. It's an 8 for me too.
Andy.
Well, hey, there he is.
Sorry. Technical difficulty.
I don't know what it is about it that between the first time and this time, but the second time around I drink it, it doesn't. If you were to hand this to me, my first impression would not be like West Coast, because I was expecting a little more resin, pine, a little more bitter aftertaste. It has got the mildest bitter, and it's you got plenty of West Coast that give you like a bit of a tropical or citrus feel, but then you're going to be struck with the pine and resin. And this had very little of that. So if I was just doing a blind taste test, West Coast would not be my initial. It seems more like a middle road, like just a straight up citrusy IPA,
or like an American IPA, just with
the
citrus.
Your basic.
I can picture that. Yeah, I do like
you middle of the U.S. This is more like a Nebraska IPA. Maybe delving a little bit into Colorado, but I don't think we've hit California and Oregon,
Iowa with
Washington,
toppling Goliath somewhere there.
Elkhorn, yeah. That said, it's really good. It's got the aroma's great, and you do get the citrus. And I wonder if it's all using those Citra hops, because West Coast uses a lot of Cascade, which this one has. But I wonder if the Citra is bringing it back in. But it's definitely not. You can tell it's not. They're hazy like Ghost in the Machine.
Speaking
you don't want us to be warm? Yeah.
Speaking of Ghost in the Machine.
My Ghost in the Attic's keeping me warm here.
Yes.
It's really good. I think I'm going to score it better than I did the first time. I'm going to join y'all and give it an 8.0. I gave it a 7.5 the first time, but this time having a chance to just calmly reflect on it. I can't remember what I was doing the first time, but it's really good. I still think their hazies are better, but this one's a good. This is a good gateway, like I said, gateway to your West Coast because it's not obnoxious hot bomb. It's not too piney. It's if somebody is West Coast curious, they could start with this.
I mean, I would go so far as to say the only thing West Coast about this is the name.
Yeah.
I don't know if you take just a few minutes in between sips. There is that bitter after flavor to it.
It's got a mildness.
It sits there in the back of your throat. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't have the resin or the pine for sure.
Yeah.
There's no fir needles in this one.
Which is why I like it more.
Yeah, that's why Ben gave it higher marks.
Exactly.
Right.
If it came in as a true, more closer to a truer West Coast, then it would not have been so high for me. So,
but they tried to take their hazy New England style IPA and flip coasts with it, but still stay a little true to the Ghost in the Machine. So, I guess you can only do so much.
Yeah,
the Ghost uses so much Citra.
Yeah, and I'd say if you're out there and you're drinking craft beer and your buddies don't, I mean, this is a good one. You just be like, hey, look, I'm drinking a West Coast IPA, guys. I don't know what you're drinking, but you get the real snobbery going without all the pine and the resin. So it's a tip of the day. That is going to be an 8.0 for the West Coast Ghost from Parish Brewing Company, Broussard, Louisiana. We have done as much Parish beer as we can do. I think, do we have a few more to go here still? It seems like we always have Parish in inventory, one or another. But definitely be sure to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell so you can see all the Parish reviews that we have coming up. And go check out the ones that we have already done. We'll have a playlist at the end of this video that is just our Parish review, so you can check that out. Go check out the description. You can find all of our social media sites there. You can also find our Discord server link there, so you can come chat with us at our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. It is a chat room. There are also links to Hopped Up Beer Review merch if you have any interest in that, and there are links to the hardware, software, and glassware that we have purchased. So if you want to check some of that out and pick some up, you can do that. And yeah, it's been another good one for Parish. For Andy in the Attic and Jay, I'm Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
And the Ghost in the Machine. Can't forget him.